I know they want to make it God, no want to take me away. I think if he may take me away from the night, he may do it, and he's sitting innocent kids and they never deserve that. So I think that he'd fight it then to make them survive.
Hope in a most adverse scenario is what the mother and family of 4-year-old Ian Sambula and 8-year-old Empress Hamilton have as they both fight for their lives for third-degree burns to 90% of their bodies following a most tragic arson turned murder earlier this week. On Monday night, the news spread like wildfire. A special needs child had perished in an inferno as he slept in his bedroom. His cousins, Ian and Empress, as well as his father, Winston Gabriel Sr., received various degrees of burns during a home invasion around 8 o'clock. The siblings were severely burnt with a 10% chance of survival.
We had the pediatric surgeon, Dr. Aguilar, from the Cuban Brigade, and we had our resident pediatrician neonatologist, Dr. Constanza, who was on that fateful night. And they both sprung into action, stabilized the kids, and we admitted to our ICU.
Now, describe for us as detailed as you are. We know that certain information you can't discuss, but the condition that they are now in medically and what it is like for them at this point.
Well, initially the first issue is to resuscitate. When kids or adults get burned, remember your skin not only protects you from many germs that are trying to invade, but it keeps moisture in. Without that barrier, you lose a lot of fluid. So the first 24 hours we were playing catch up with putting in fluids. They were taken to theater by the pediatric surgeon, and she actually cleaned the wounds, dressed them, and then gave us some lines for us to resuscitate the babies with. We admitted to our ICU, and the risk now is that with swelling, with inflammation, there could be compression of each of the compartments in your limbs and in your thorax that would decrease blood flow to the organs. So the management then would be put on the ward, we give our IV fluids, we give our antibiotics to prevent infection, and we monitor very closely. But Belize isn't equipped for this severity of burn injury.
In the immediate aftermath of the fire, Yvette Burks of the Burn Victim Mercy Fund reached out to the family. The non-profit organization has helped 28 burn victims since its inception, and she says that there is life after being burnt. Burke's charity organization took out a loan for the $60,000+ plane that's transporting the children to the Shriners Hospital for Children in Texas, USA, for life-saving medical attention.
Yes, finally, it's been very difficult because it's two of them, because both of them are so critical. So we need to have very advanced care on the plane. Both of them are in intensive care. And so really it's been one of the worst, most challenging cases that I have ever dealt with. And I've been doing this for almost 20 years, as you're aware, because frankly, the cost was prohibitive. We managed to get a bigger jet, which will be landing at about 12:30, so in less than an hour from now, to come at a much cheaper cost, because at first I got quotes of over $100,000. Thankfully, the one that's coming now is almost $65,000 is the cost for the one that is about to land now, and both children will go on one plane.
But with the severity of their injury, Ian and Empress had to be stabilized and prepared to withstand the 2-hour flight to Texas. Shriners Hospital, in its continued commitment to help fire victims, sent burn surgeon Dr. William Sherman to Belize this morning to prep the children.
He is working with the children now, trying to prepare them in such a manner that they will be able to survive the flight and get to their facility. When we made the application to Shriners, we knew it was a long shot. But Shriners insist that it's worth a try. They insist that they have been able to help children of this level of injury. And with that being said, it's worth trying.
It's been an overwhelming experience for their mother, Melissa Hamilton. Her 2 children have a slim chance of survival. Her nephew, Aaron Gabourel, was killed in the blaze. Her brother-in-law is still hospitalized at the K.H.M.H for burns to both his arms and chest. And now her children are being airlifted to Texas for urgent medical treatment in an attempt to save their lives. Melissa received burns to her right arm after the murderer doused her with kerosene during the horrific ordeal, and her children are suffering.
Every time I remember it, I flash back in my head, it make I cry, make I feel like if I just run and scream, but I know that I have to stay strong for my two babies. I know they hear me. And if I go on emotional, I they hear me go on emotional, yeah, broke them down, so I have to stay strong as their mother. It's hard, yes. It's hard when they tell me like when I go check pan there, like when I walk like my heart just start to race, cause I know they're in a bad state, and I could hear bad news, but when I reach like God always make I hear something good.
Duane, Moody for News 5.